What if I told you that 96% of the people walking around you right now aren't even real? I'm not talking about simulations. I'm talking about clones, NPCs, empty vessels with no soul, just automated bodies born from a system designed to fill the world with obedience and silence. They repeat whatever they're told. They believe whatever the screen tells them. They live, work, die, and never question anything. Look around, they dress the same. They say the same things, they repeat the same jokes, trends, and opinions, all copy-pasted from the same media machine. They believe in whatever they're told: evolution, outer space, dinosaurs, history books, written by Freemasons and bankers. They think the Earth is a spinning ball. They think it's normal that skyscrapers were built with horse and cart. They believe entire cities were developed in under 10 years, with no machinery, no records, no workforce. They believe it because they're not thinking, they're copying. They were programmed to copy. After the Great Reset, the world was quiet. Cities had been emptied. Civilization, real civilization, was gone, buried in mud, burned from the record. And those in power couldn't let that truth rise back up. So they created a solution. They manufactured a population. Where did they come from? How did they fill entire continents with new people almost overnight? They told you it was just a coincidence that millions of orphans appeared out of nowhere, but the truth was hidden in plain sight. The world fairs. Those were not celebrations. They were distribution centers, open-air human delivery systems. They showcase Cabbage Patch babies, row upon row of babies in glass incubators. No parents, no backstory, just infants lined up like livestock. Think about it. In an age where millions were supposedly struggling, where were these beautiful babies coming from? Who fed them? Who changed them? Where were the mothers? You won't find the answers because these weren't born, they were grown. Artificially produced humans, genetic copies, clone farms disguised as technological marvels. The world fairs were testing grounds, propaganda centers, and behind the curtain, they were mass-producing bodies to repopulate the reset world. But babies don't raise themselves. So what did they do? They shipped them off. The orphan trains, thousands of children with no names and no families, loaded onto trains like cattle and shipped across the country. These weren't adoptions, these were relocations. You'll see it in the black and white photos, rows of blank-eyed children posing like they were told to, staring into a world that didn't belong to them. Who raised them? Who taught them? Who programmed them? Governments, institutions, churches. The very system that buried Tartaria built this new generation of obedient drones. They taught them fake history, they gave them false memories. They created a new reality and placed these blank minds inside of it. And that's the population we live among today. The great lie isn't just in the history books. It's walking beside you in the grocery store. It's your boss, your teacher, the guy who laughs when you say the earth is flat, the woman who rolls her eyes when you question authority. These aren't just asleep. They were designed to never wake up. And while they filled the world with clones, they erased the evidence of the old one. Tartaria was wiped out. Mud-flooded cities still lie beneath our feet. Old world architecture was renamed Victorian or Gothic, and we're told they were built by primitive workers who had no electricity, no cranes, no machinery. We're told people just figured it out. But those buildings, those colossal domes, star forts, impossible railways, free energy towers, they were not built by the NPCs. They were built by giants, engineers, master craftsmen from a forgotten civilization. A civilization that understood vibration, energy, magnetism, resonance, not money, not slavery. That's why Tartaria had to be erased. Because if we remembered who we were, we wouldn't accept who we've become. They needed to reset the world, repopulate it, control it, and fill it with programmable, soulless shells. Now here we are in cities that we didn't build, working jobs that don't matter, paying for land that was never theirs to sell, taught by schools that lie, treated by doctors who poison, ruled by leaders who don't even pretend to serve. And all around us, the 96% just smile and nod and move along like cattle on conveyor belts. But here's the thing, if you've made it this far, if you feel that something's wrong, if your soul is burning for truth, you're not one of them. You're part of the 4%, the real ones, the ones with memory in our blood, the ones with questions that won't go away, the ones that feel that the buildings are too big, the history is too short, the people are too empty. You know, this isn't just a glitch in the Matrix. The Matrix is the world we've been placed into, but we don't belong to it. You belong to something much older, much more powerful. You come from the builders, from the light, from the truth, and the system is terrified of you. That's why they keep us distracted, why they inject our children, why they censor the internet, why they rewrite the past, shame our ancestors, and promote degeneracy, because if enough of us remember what they buried, it's over. We were never supposed to wake up, but we are, and it's happening fast. Every real one that wakes up, they lose another piece of their control, and we're just getting started. So stay awake, stay angry, because the truth isn't coming. It's already here, and once it breaks through the surface, there will be no going back.